Let's move on, though, to a part of this blog that I think I'm actually going to be a bit excited for, though. PVM reworks. Abyssal Sire rework. Thank fuck. I'm done with Sire. Kinda. I have the bludgeon. I don't, and the jar. I don't have the pet. I don't have the dagger. So I'd be down to go back to Sire if they made it not as shit, basically. That'd be great. The Abyssal Sire has always been a unique boss, yes. But we recognize that its mechanics can feel a little outdated compared to the more modern encounters. Our goal is to refine the fight while maintaining its core identity, making it more engaging and enjoyable without completely overhauling what makes it special. With that in mind, here are some of the changes we'd like to propose. Sire is currently untargetable during the transition phases, forcing players to sit and wait. We want to make it targetable during these phases and keep the action going. Sire's sluggish movement feels unnecessarily tedious. We'd like to increase its speed to match a player's run, reducing downtime between mechanics. Okay. The lung phase takes too long, dragging out the fight unnecessarily. We're looking into shortening it while still ensuring it remains a meaningful part of the encounter. We're planning on implementing a minimum hit of 50% of your weapon's max hit, which will allow in-game setups to more reliably one-phase them. Demon Bane weapons will also be able to one-shot these vents. That's kind of cool. To compensate for these changes and ensure the fight doesn't become too short, we'll be increasing Sire's HP and introducing a 50% damage reduction during its transition phases. This should help maintain the challenge without forcing unnecessary downtime. That sounds great, to be perfectly honest. That sounds awesome, especially with the new Demon Bane weapons coming in the game. We're not just hitting Sire anymore with an arc light or with a Bofa or something. We're hitting Sire now with Ember Light and the purging staff and what the fuck is the the searing bow? Is that what it's called? What the? I don't have the bow yet. Whatever the fuck the bow is called. It is scorching. Thank you. Like we're probably killing this boss way fucking faster than we used to. So like I'm cool with the extra health, especially if it's sped up and stuff too. So that's kind of nice. These adjustments aim to streamline the fight's flow while maintaining the challenge and rewarding nature of the encounter. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the following. Should we rework Abyssal Sire to make it targetable during its transition phases? That sounds good. Especially like this phase, it's not able to fight back, so it has a 50% damage reduction, but you're at least dealing damage during the transition phase instead of literally just standing there with your dick in your hand. Yeah, that's great. That's a fucking awesome change. I like it. Should we increase the Abyssal Sire's speed to match a player's run speed and reduce downtime? So yes, it'll be less downtime, but even during the little bit of downtime, it's not full downtime because you're still able to hit it with 50% efficiency. So that's good. Should we shorten the lung phase on the Abyssal Sire by increasing the minimum hit on vents to 50% and making Demon Bane weapons able to one-shot them? That sounds fucking awesome. Nothing sucks more whenever you're killing Sire than having to 3-phase the respiratory systems. That sucks ass. Next part of the blog, melee at Zulrah. I thought this was going to come with the Noxious Halberd. I'm not even going to lie. I thought whenever they introduced the Noxious Halberd, that would be like the best place to use the special attack. Because currently the special attack for the Noxious Halberd is kind of fucking dead content. It doesn't really have a use at the moment. Maybe it's useful somewhere, but I can't think of it at least. And then they suggested it during the leagues and everybody fucking loved it. I didn't go with Tyranwin, so I wasn't able to melee Zulrah, but everybody loved it. So I'm not shocked that this is coming to the game. But after seeing some interesting results in leagues, Raging Echoes, we want to now make the potential change for the main game, allowing halberd attacks to damage Zulrah. Currently, in the main game, Zulrah can't be damaged with melee at all. Even with these weapons, we want to change that by introducing a new mechanic that allows players to engage Zulrah with melee directly. So what would this mean for you? If this change goes through, you'll be able to deal damage to Zulrah with halberds. However, you'll start before you start gearing up with your best melee setup, it's important to understand that this won't replace your traditional mage or range strategies. Does melee outcompete mage or range? From what I've heard, it won't. You're also going to be running around a lot, so that's probably going to reduce your overall DPS by a lot. In short, not exactly. We've tested best main hand halberd available, the Noxious Halberd, paired with high tier gear like Torva and Oathplate. And while melee offers some benefits, it doesn't outcompete the current best in slot setups for mage and range. There is one exception. During the Crimson phase, melee can outperform some magic setups. That's cool. Because during the red phase, holy fucking shit, he's tanky as hell. This means that depending on your gear, melee could be a viable alternative in this phase. If you're considering incorporating melee into your strategy, it might be worth checking your setups and running the numbers to see if it fits your playstyle. That sounds fucking awesome. Adding a third switch to Zulrah for red phase, that's kind of cool. Melee could be useful in specific situations, especially if your melee gear is significantly stronger than your mage or range setup. The Crystal Halberd special attack could also help in finishing off phases, but it's not a game changer overall. What's the point of this? Ultimately, it's about offering players a fun alternative and giving you more ways to approach Zulrah. While it's not meant to replace the existing strategies, it's a fresh option for those who want to experiment or switch things up. We're always exploring new ideas and testing them out to see what works best. This change would give players the freedom to try a different playstyle without drastically altering the core mechanics of Zulrah fights. Bro, give me my... What? Yeah. No. I think this is good. I think this is awesome. Should we allow players to use melee at Zulrah? Abso-fucking-lutely. It doesn't change the meta, and I think that's important too. Plus, the Hallie with the special attack could be fun there. I think it's good. Not so challenging chambers. I haven't looked at this at all. I have no idea what this is going to be. Next up, we've got something for all you raiders out there. Hell yeah, that's me. I raid some, at least a little bit. We're excited to introduce a new toggle in the raid creation interface that would allow players to generate a challenge mode style layout for regular chambers. This means all the rooms would appear in the same predictable order, just like in CM, while the bosses would still scale to the regular chamber's difficulty, with no CM-specific rewards or increased HP. This option will offer a consistent layout for those who prefer it. That's kind of cool. I mean, I kind of like that. It doesn't give you, like, you won't get your kits, you won't get your dust, and there's not increased HP on the bosses. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. So why should you care about this? Well, this change isn't just for speedrunners. It offers valuable benefits for those looking to practice CM mechanics in a less stressful environment. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about it for. Just like training, you know what I mean? Practice. By having a fixed layout for all rooms, you can get comfortable with the flow of the raid, perfect your gear choices, and learn when to use certain potions or tactics. This is especially helpful for newer players who want to practice CM procedure and familiarize themselves with the timing, preparation, and strategy without the stakes of a full CM raid. Very nice. I do like that idea as well. Let's see. I'm going to try and shorten up how much I'm fucking reading here because damn. In essence, this change allows players to get a taste of challenge mode mechanics in a lower stakes setting, making it a fantastic option for those looking to improve their raiding experience. Whether you're a seasoned speedrunner, a CM learner, or just someone who prefers a bit more consistency, this toggle is here to enhance your chamber's experience. I do like that. That's cool. That's cool. Demonic Gorillas. They've already changed Demonic Gorillas. They gave quite a bit of quality of life to Demonic Gorillas a while back with like the text line when they're changing attack styles. I think they even do like an animation as well whenever they're changing attack styles. So let's see what else they got here. We're making some improvements to Demonic Gorillas that we hope will make your trips a lot smoother and less frustrating. That's cool. First up, Demonic Gorillas will be non-aggressive once you've completed Monkey Madness 2. No more worrying about being constantly attacked, allowing you to take your time and focus on the fight without the hassle of being pounced on. I mean, it's been a minute since I've killed Demonic Gorillas, but I do remember, you know, like having to pick shit up, alk it, stuff like that, all while you're already being attacked by the next demonic. So that's kind of cool. We're also standardizing how often they swap prayers. Okay. Right now, their behavior is a bit unpredictable. They switch prayers after 50 damage taken or after 6 successful hits from the player. I didn't even know that. What the fuck? I didn't even know that. I thought it was just the 50 damage taken. That's kind of crazy. We're tightening that up. Moving forward, demonic gorillas will only switch their prayers after 70 damage taken. And we're removing the six successful attacks trigger entirely. Wow, okay. I mean, it allows you to get probably like an extra hit in, especially if you're using like the newer Demon Bane weapons. This should make the fight more consistent and less frustrating, especially for players trying to optimize their kill speed or just enjoy a smoother flow to the encounter. Ultimately, these changes are all about making demonic gorilla fights feel less like a grind and more like an enjoyable challenge. We can't wait to hear how they feel. Hell yeah. Oh, they're leaving this one unpolled. Okay, nice. I mean, this sounds good. I don't know that this necessarily needs to be polled. It sounds good. I like that they're not polling it. Chiseling for Ether. This has been something that people have been whispering about for a while. Basically, you can chisel down all of your ancient totems into Ether. However, that does not look like a lot of Ether. I don't know how much Ether is like GP wise, Iron Man, by the way. So I don't know if they could like increase that, or if it would like, if they increase it with the Ether, then be worth more than the GP value of turning it in. I have no idea. 32,000 Ether versus 16 mil seems like not a lot though. So I'm not really sure. It's roughly 40% of GE value. So I feel like they could increase that a little bit at least. And I feel like it would still be okay. Because 32,000 Ether does not feel like a lot compared to the 16 million GP you could get by turning it in. That's a little crazy. But new agility shortcuts. We know how much you love a good agility shortcut, so we're looking to add even more ways to bypass those pesky fences, walls, and obstacles slowing you down. Here's some locations we're proposing. Castle Draken. Whoa! What? No way! Scale the wall one way like a true vampire hunting parkour expert. That would be sick. That would be so nice. I don't even know where that's going to be at, but yes, add that fucking please. This step sucks ass every time you get it. Is it the master step one? I mean, I would have to think so, right? With the cherry on top, I would have to think that that's for the master step, because dear God, that is a trek and a half. Wow. Varrock Castle Garden. Skip the long walk around the palace with a new shortcut over the fence. Requires 35 agility and completion of Garden of Tranquility. Okay, so that one's, I mean, that's probably useful, but not insane. That one's fine. Proudspire. Where the fuck is Proudspire? A shortcut for both directions to get to the top of the mountain in Varlamore. Am I logged in still? I'm not. I don't even know where the fuck Proudspire is, but sure. I like agility shortcuts. Makes agility feel good. Let me go from Sepulchre or something and like backwards use the rope. I was thinking like the Dark Mayor teleport on the Draken's Medallion. Like walk up backwards. I mean, it is still a little bit of a trek around the like it's not the castle right there. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. It would still be a little bit of a walk, but it would be way fucking better. It would be so much better. Let's see. Fossil Island, a shortcut from the tower down to the small island. Yeah, that they actually talked about this a while back. So this is like where the mushroom is. You can take like a fucking zip line to the small island north of Fossil Island. That's kind of crazy. That's a good one because I can't tell you how many times I've teleported like Seaweed Run or something. You don't teleport to, or you accidentally teleport to the mushroom, and then you have to re-teleport to the actual dig site. And then go over to the fucking boat, take that to Fossil Island, then take the little boat to the north of the island, then take well, actually, they did decrease that. Now you can take that boat at Fossil Island just to the island, north of Fossil Island. So that was nice, but still, this will be even better. Got to use the docks to mirror. Yep, exactly. It's so bad now. It is so fucking bad. But I do like agility shortcuts. In general, I mean, I don't know if they've ever introduced one that I disliked unless it literally takes more time than it saves, which is the case for some agility shortcuts. So Mauritania Slayer Tower, 2 new shortcuts to make your Slayer grind smoother. A low level shortcut, level 9 or 18 agility. Wow, that is low for quicker access to Banshees. So instead of having to run all the way around the tower now, I'm assuming you could just like cut through the wall or something, like add like a web or something there. A mid-level shortcut to climb straight from the ground floor to the top, skipping the endless staircases. That's cool. I mean, currently you can go up the shortcut, the spiky chain or whatever, up to the what the hell? Why the specters? There we go. And yeah, I mean that sounds better. Going all the way to the top. That'd be super nice for grotesque guardians. These shortcuts will help you move around Gillinor with ease, whether you're slaying monsters, speedrunning clues, or just avoiding unnecessary detours. Hell yeah. Yes. Thank you, game. Banking and Grand Exchange. Okay. Grand Exchange edits. Markets can move fast, and we want to make sure you're not left behind. We're working on a feature that will let you edit your Grand Exchange offer prices directly from the offer status page without needing to manually cancel and re-enter. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of cool. I mean, I semi-recently got into a little bit of flipping on the main instead of just letting the money sit there. I've been trying to make a little bit of money with it, so that's kind of cool. This will still cancel and resubmit your offer in the background, and your position in the purchase sale queue will be updated accordingly. But all this will happen automatically. No more faff. What the fuck does that mean? With manual and re-entry, it's the same functionality made far less clunky and much faster. Hell yeah. Sounds good. Empty bags, sacks, boxes, and pouches. Isn't this like already in the game? Oh, it's not. Okay. We'd like to introduce a new empty containers button to the bank and deposit box interfaces. This is nice. This would act much like the current deposit looting bag button, but with expanded functionality. With just one click, you'll be able to empty all of your relevant containers, including the coal bag, essence pouches, herb sack, seed box, plank sack, log basket, fish barrel, and shade remains coffin. Of course, they add that into the game the week after I complete this grind. I literally completed this grind less than a week ago. It's like Thursday last week when I completed this. So whatever. It is what it is. It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't horrible, but would have been convenient. I know, for example, if you have the fish barrel on your back, because you can attach it to, like, what cape can you attach it to? Oh, the fish sack from aerial fishing. You have to actually take it off to empty it into the bank. So that's fucking weird. Hopefully that is considered with this change. Hopefully it just takes the fish right out of the barrel on your back. A rebuy feature. Oh, this is more Grand Exchange stuff. Repeat last offer. Okay. This will remember the last item you purchased, including its price and potentially the quantity. Okay, that's kind of cool. Sure. I mean, any like the Grand Exchange changes, I don't have a shit ton of practice or like experience with the Grand Exchange, so it sounds good. I don't know for a fact if it is good, but it sounds good. Standardizing reward and deposit interfaces. Ever noticed how some reward chests and deposit menus have their options in a different order every time? One moment inventory first, the next moment it's bank, and sometimes discard sneaks in when you least expect it. No. Moving forward, we're standardizing these interfaces so that the options always appear in the consistent order. I don't actually know what it's talking about. Whether you're looting a raid chest, collecting a minigame reward, or interacting with similar menus, you'll all. Oh, I see. Okay, I think I know what it's talking about. Just like if you get like perilous moons, you go up to the chest, it pops up. There's the bank, there's the inventory, there's the discard button. I'm assuming they are. No way. That I'm assuming they're just the buttons are in different spots on the. Oh no. That is something I never even noticed, but that's kind of crazy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's probably something they should have considered, like, you know, whenever they first put them into the game. But hey, better late than never. That's cool. That's cool. Other changes. The Chinchampa insurance. Losing Chinchampas to a disconnect or PVM deaths feels awful. You worked hard for those squeaky little fuckers. And it's frustrating when they just disappear into the void. Yes, it fucking is. We're changing that. We want to make any unprotected chins go straight to your gravestone or death pile, just like normal items, so you have a chance to recover them. We're also removing the destroy option, because who wants to intentionally destroy a cute little Chinchompa? Not you. With this change, they would have a drop option instead. Wow. Yo, that's sick. That's awesome. I've been on my pure. I'm probably gonna have to chin soonish, soon TM, right? But I am gonna be chinning at some point, and I am down to AFK it if they don't, disappear. UIMs can bring chins now. True, very true. Bonfires, a fairer XP rate. We were literally just talking about this like 2 weeks ago. Bonfires exist as a more relaxed way to train fire making, but in reality, they're barely used. The XP per log is so low that almost no one bothers with them, meaning that they serve little practical function in the game. To address this, we're adjusting bonfires so that they grant the same XP per log as manually lighting fires, while still keeping their overall XP per hour lower than individual log burning. That's kind of crazy. That's pretty crazy. I could see like a little bit of a reduction in XP, but to give us the full XP, I mean, okay. I mean, it does say that it's going to be less XP per hour, just because, it's going to be, it's going to take more ticks to feed a bonfire than it does to just relight another log. But that's fucking awesome. That's cool as hell. This change won't make bonfires the new meta, but it'll make them a more viable option for those who prefer a laid-back training method without feeling like they're missing out. The gout tuber mystery. Oh God. Right now, the higher your woodcutting level, the harder it is to find a gout tuber. Really? I didn't even know that. Dude, that's crazy. Which makes absolutely no fucking sense. You are right there. What the hell? Why? Instead of punishing players for leveling up, we're flipping the script so that higher woodcutting levels actually increase your chance of finding. This means less time mindlessly chopping jungle, more time doing literally anything else, and maybe, just maybe, less frustration when trying to get your hands on this elusive root. So this is the frustration. This is the type of frustration that they should be focusing on. Not unintended frustration for a handful of people. This is the type of frustration they should be focused on. Incando hammers on Intrana. Really? I'm assuming like their weapons? That's crazy. Interesting. Okay. That's not like insanely important. So, auto queuing bird nest. This update, once a bird, click once on a bird nest and now they'll auto queue. Nice. You don't have to spam click them all. Hell yeah. Okay. Keeping the bird nest. If you get a beginner clue. Oh, yes. Cool. So currently, like whenever I was woodcutting a lot, I would always keep one beginner clue. Because if you got a beginner clue nest, you click the beginner clue nest and the nest disappears. You just get the clue. That's kind of dumb. But now you get to keep that. That's kind of cool. Streamlined setting for new players. For new players, we're making the settings menu easier to navigate. That's pretty good. Did you know tip in chat? Get a helpful did you know tip when you log in. Okay, that's cool. I mean, WoW even has them, like every loading screen has a little did you know tip or like bit of information at the bottom. So that's kind of cool. Wise Old Man updates. The Wise Old Man is expanding his service. He'll now accept a wider range of quest-related items when you use his service to remove items from your bank. Nice. Yo. Is this in the game right now? These changes are a few neat quality lives coming for you. Okay. We've left these changes unpolled as we're confident you'll like them. Okay. That's awesome. I mean, Juked and I were literally just talking the other day about how he went to the Wise Old Man and it didn't delete like a bunch of his quest items. So that's a good update. That's a good change. No more delays of fishing spots, toggle for snow effects. Oh, Shades of Morton update. Adding an empty option to the coffin. Yep, that's good. No more delay when cat chasing rats. That's cool. Giant Foundry bonus action ticks. If you nail the bonus action tick perfectly, you'll recover a portion of any missed quality. Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah. especially for me. I don't really pay attention all the way, so I was always chipping away at the fucking sword by accident. Updated trap placement. We've improved the placement of hunting traps at various spots, making it easier to set up. Oh, nice. That's cool. Red salamanders is the worst. One of the biggest beneficiaries of this change is net traps for salamanders. Yes. Stackable hunter traps. Say goodbye to inventory clutter. Nice. That's cool too. Small meat pouch near banks. You'll be able to use a small meat pouch near banks in a small, or it's a small chains, but it's a big help for streamlining your hunting process. Tower of Life. You'll no longer have a random chance to find nothing when searching the Tower of Life crates. Winter Tot. Oh, that was annoying, but very small, but it was annoying. The warmth overhead bar in Wintertod will be made narrower to avoid visual clutter, especially during populated fights. Additionally, the player's health bar will no longer appear alongside the warmth bar when you get hit by the cold. Awesome. The second half of this blog, 99% of it was amazing. I think this is the only bit that was a little weird. I feel like that's not a lot of ether for the amount of GP that you would have received for turning it in. That being said, I don't know. I feel like they could increase that a little bit, but everything else seems to be pretty fucking awesome. Not gonna lie. Uncommon JagXW, specifically for the second half of this blog.